Today, we are looking into the future, specifically 2026. We're going to break down the absolute elite CS careers, the ones with the highest paychecks, to give you a roadmap for your next big move in tech. So let's just cut to the chase, right? Where are tech's biggest paychecks going to be in just 2 years? Well, stick around because we're about to count down the specializations that are set to command those top-tier salaries. Okay, the countdown begins now. We're going to break down the top 5 highest-paying CS fields for 2026, starting at number 5 and working our way all the way up to number 1. All right, kicking us off at number 5. This one is basically the architectural backbone of our entire digital world. I mean, think about it. Yep, it's software architecture and full-stack engineering. These folks are the master builders, the foundational pillars of tech. And the income potential, we're talking high to very high. So, what kind of jobs are we actually talking about here? Look, this is not your entry-level stuff. We're talking top-tier roles: software architect, senior full-stack developer, and those crucial engineers who design the super complex back-end systems that power, well, everything you use. And this really gets to the heart of why they get paid so well. It really boils down to 2 things: complexity and experience. I mean, building an app that can scale to millions of users, that is not easy. So yeah, companies are absolutely willing to pay a premium for the senior talent who can actually design and manage these incredibly sophisticated systems. Okay, coming in at number 4. Now we're shifting gears a bit, from building the systems themselves to making sense of all the information that's flowing through them. And that brings us to data science and big data engineering. This field is forecasted for high income potential, and for good reason. In today's economy, data isn't just important, it's the new lifeblood of business. The jobs here are all about wrestling with just massive amounts of information. You've got your data scientists who are like detectives finding hidden insights. Then you have data engineers who build the actual pipelines to process all that data. And there are even these cool specialized roles that bridge the gap between the data and the AI. And look, the link to business value here is crystal clear. Better data means better decisions, period. That's exactly why specialists who have that rare combo of serious math and coding skills are so valuable and so highly paid. All right, as we crack into our top 3, you're going to start to see a theme emerge. We're talking about the absolute essentials of our digital world: the guardians and the builders, the people who protect it and the people who create it. Okay. Number 3, we are now officially entering the very high income bracket. These roles, they're responsible for the fundamental infrastructure that the entire digital economy runs on. No pressure, right? And that field is cloud computing and DevOps. If data is the lifeblood, like we said, then the cloud is the circulatory system. It's the infrastructure that holds everything, stores all that data, and underpins pretty much every single modern application and business out there. The roles here are just so critical. You've got cloud architects designing the master blueprints. You have DevOps and platform engineers building these amazing automated highways for delivering software. And then you have site reliability engineers, or SREs, whose whole job is to make sure the entire system never, ever goes down. So what's driving this? It's pure market dynamics. Think about it. Almost every company on the planet is running on platforms like AWS, Azure, or GCP. This creates a massive, nonstop demand for experts who know how to build, manage, and scale these systems. It's simple supply and demand. All right, we are so close to the top spot. We're at number 2. So, what could possibly be more critical than building all this infrastructure? Well, how about protecting it? And that brings us to number 2. Also, in that very high income category, cybersecurity. It just makes sense, right? As our world gets more and more digital, the need to protect all our digital stuff becomes way more urgent and way more valuable. And this field is super diverse. You've got analysts on the front lines defending the walls. You have ethical hackers or pen testers who are paid to try and find the cracks before the bad guys do. And you have security architects who are designing these hopefully impenetrable systems from the ground up. The why behind the huge paycheck is, well, it's staring us right in the face. Every single day, you hear about a new data breach, a new cyber threat. For a company, just one of those breaches can be absolutely catastrophic. So of course they're willing to pay top dollar for the experts who can keep their most valuable assets, their systems, and their data safe. And here we are, the top of the mountain. We've seen the architects, the data wizards, the cloud builders, and the digital guardians. We've covered the foundation and the defense. So now it is time to reveal the #1 highest-paying computer science field forecasted for 2026.
And holding the #1 spot at the very top of our list for 2026 is
Artificial intelligence and machine learning. No surprise there, right? With a high top-tier income forecast, this field isn't just leading the pack, it's literally defining the next era of technology. The jobs here are at the absolute cutting edge. We're talking AI engineers who are building these intelligent systems from scratch. You've got ML scientists creating brand new algorithms. And you have specialists in amazing fields like natural language processing and computer vision, the people teaching machines how to understand what we say and how to see the world. And this is the key to everything. AI is the engine that's powering the future. Automation, analytics, robotics, you name it. But think about it. That engine needs a ton of fuel, which is the data we talked about at #4. And it needs a powerful chassis to run on, which is the cloud infrastructure from #3. See how it all connects? But because this tech is so new and so powerful, the number of people who can really build and innovate here is tiny. And that scarcity of talent, that's what drives salaries into the stratosphere. It's a premium, for sure. Now, before we wrap this up, let's talk about the next wave, because innovation definitely doesn't stop with our top 5. You should absolutely keep an eye on these other fast-growing high-income fields. We're talking blockchain and Web3, AR/VR development for the metaverse, robotics, and even the super deep research-heavy world of quantum computing. Any of these could easily be in the top 5 of tomorrow. So what's the big takeaway from all this? If you step back and look at the whole countdown, one trend is just crystal clear. The future of high-income tech careers is all about specialization. Look, being a generalist is valuable, no doubt, but deep expertise in one of these high-demand fields, that's what really commands the premium salary. And that brings us to the final thought. We've just laid out the map for you, right? A forecast for 2026, showing you where the highest demand and the biggest salaries are going to be. So really, the only question left is, which one of these high-income paths are you going to master?